Why the Beatles are rich. Why the Beatles are rich. We all know the Beatles as one of the most successful bands in music history. Their fortune is estimated at billions of dollars collectively. But what if I told you that album sales and touring aren't the primary reason for their immense wealth? Today, I'm going to reveal the surprising truth behind the Beatles' fortune that most people have never heard about. When we think about the Beatles' wealth, we naturally assume it comes from their music. And yes, they've sold over 600 million albums worldwide. Abbey Road alone continues to generate millions each year. Their catalog is streamed billions of times annually on platforms like Spotify and Apple Music. Then there were the tours. In 1965, their Shea Stadium concert broke records with over 55,000 attendees. While ticket prices were modest by today's standards, just $5.65 on average, this was revolutionary for the time. But here's where things get interesting. The Beatles were pioneers in merchandising. In 1963, they established a company called Beatles Limited to manage their merchandising rights. This decision was revolutionary. Before the Beatles, artists rarely thought about branding beyond their music. Suddenly, you could buy Beatles wigs, lunchboxes, toy guitars, and clothing. In the first year alone, Beatles merchandise generated over $50 million in the United States, equivalent to nearly $500 million today when adjusted for inflation. Most people don't realize that the Beatles were also savvy businessmen. In 1968, they founded Apple Corp., not to be confused with today's Apple Incorporated. This wasn't just a record label. It was a multi-armed business venture including a film division, publishing company, and electronics division. While some of their business ventures failed, the establishment of Apple Corp gave them ownership over their creative output, something unheard of at that time, when record labels typically owned everything. When Apple Computer, now Apple Incorporated, emerged later, the Beatles company engaged in a decades-long trademark dispute that resulted in a settlement reportedly worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Paul McCartney learned an expensive lesson about music publishing in the 1960s when he lost out on purchasing the publishing rights to his own songs. Taking that lesson to heart, he began acquiring publishing rights to other artists' work. By the 1980s, McCartney had built an impressive publishing portfolio, including the rights to songs by Buddy Holly and numerous Broadway standards. His publishing company, MPL Communications, now controls the rights to over 25,000 songs. Similarly, the other Beatles invested in various business ventures. George Harrison co-founded Handmade Films, which produced several successful movies including Monty Python's Life of Brian. But all of these pale in comparison to what I'm about to tell you. While researching for this video, I discovered something remarkable that few people know about. In the late 1960s, the Beatles' manager Brian Epstein made an unusual decision. He used a portion of the band's earnings to purchase large parcels of land in central London, Liverpool, and several other major UK cities. At the time, these properties weren't particularly valuable. You might think the Beatles are rich because of their music, their tours, their merchandise, or even their business ventures. But in fact, I'm going to tell you finally the real reason